Good morning. Well, the Aussie share market had that record ripper day yesterday, rising 0.9%, closing at 7,133 points, a record all-time high for the benchmark index. However, today the futures are suggesting a negative day for two reasons. The futures are suggesting a fall at the open, with traders looking to lock in those record profits. And secondly, the news out of China also worsened. The corona death toll has risen to 17. We also know transportation in and out of the Chinese city Wuhan, where the virus first spread from, that transportation has been shut down. The city has a population that's the size of Sydney and Melbourne combined. So today I'd be watching all the stocks that you can think of would be linked to the Chinese consumer and Chinese traveller, as they could see some selling on fears of less revenue potentially hurting corporate bottom lines. However, let's remember that stocks are trading at record all-time highs, and this year we've seen our best gains on record. Meantime, overnight in the US, stocks had a bit of a volatile session before closing flat. Tech stocks up the most, while the virus outbreak really kept a lid on gains. IBM shares up 3% after reporting better than expected quarterly numbers, and 2020 earnings guidance was also better than expected. Apple shares popped to another all-time high. Tesla shares continue to gain momentum as well, up 4%. Tesla's market cap hit $100 billion for the first time ever. Semiconductor companies also doing well, so we can expect those companies or semiconductor and tech stocks to do well locally here as well. In other news across the seas, in Europe, stocks fell from their record highs as well, as the focus turned to what was happening at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Trump again threatened tariffs on European car imports in the wake or in the absence of a trade commitment from the European Union. On the economic front today, all eyes and ears will be on the unemployment and employment data. Unemployment is expected to rise to 5.3%. The employment numbers, however, expected to have risen 14,000 in December, not as good as the rise that we saw in November of 40,000. Meantime, let's have a look at markets. The Aussie share market futures at the minute are suggesting a 0.2% fall, or a 15-point fall. Yesterday, remembering that we did gain 66 points, or 0.9%, and year to date the market is up 6% or more. On Wall Street, in terms of what happened, the Dow Jones rose over 120 points earlier in the session before closing 10 points lower, pretty much flat in terms of a percentage gain. The S&P 500 flat, and the Nasdaq up 0.1%. European markets also in the red. The Stoxx 600 slipped from its record high, along with the German DAX. The German DAX closed 0.3% lower. Asian stocks did attempt to rebound from their prior heavy fall. Japan's Nikkei up 0.7%. China's Shanghai Comp up 0.3%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng up the most, 1.3%, following that heavy fall the day prior. Gold is slightly higher compared to yesterday, $1,558 an ounce. The oil price losing almost 3% on the back of oil supply fears lingering. The iron ore price is steady at $94.88. So not much to go by for our iron ore majors today, and the Australian dollar is now at 68.43 US cents. That's a 2019 low in the wake of the disease outbreak. Do have a great day and happy trading, and stay safe.